about me. I get lost in where you found me. Want you to use me. You let her confuse me. Don't wanna hide the fact that you make me feel that way. Want you to give me play. I see it in your eyes, you're lonely. Come put that body on me.
When it gets to 20-minute mark, you just need to just stop it before it gets to the 20-minute mark and reset it. Because then otherwise it cuts it off at 20 minutes.
All right,
we're ready.
Yeah, is it recorded? Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, good. Oh, well. Welcome to the new studio.
Yes,
we out here.
The 1010 studio.
1010 studio.
No, we're becoming professional day by day.
I know, and we've got a new manager.
Yes, we actually have a manager.
Social media
/ DJ.
Yeah. So now we're proper things. I mean, he literally like slapped us into shape.
Yeah,
so.
No cap. Good looking as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Pause. I can hear you so clearly. This is crazy. It's completely different like experience.
Okay.
Yeah,
but people are gonna get tired of our voices.
I know, but they can hear it so clearly. It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, we are. You know. And the thing is gonna be on Spotify now due to our manager.
Yes.
Sorting us out.
Yes.
Part in the studio, everything.
Yeah, it's great, man. I feel proper. Like I feel like I can be proper. Like
like
professional,
like Joe Rogan shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Joe Rogan. Yeah, but we are literally. I was deep in the other day. Yeah, we're literally the only UK like podcast for automotive cars. Like, that's like. I mean, there's Car Throttle, I think they do one here and there, but
you know who does one? Officially Gassed.
Yeah, but it's not like he doesn't focus just on like cars and like
is it
and the
like
current events. Bro, he'll like I respect it because he doesn't do just within cars, but he'll talk to other people. Like he just invites guests who are other YouTubers on. They don't actually talk about like topics. They just talk about them like their lives and stuff. But like we're actually like just informing people like, yeah, this is what's going on.
Yeah, people want to listen to our bullshit.
You know, basically, yeah. I mean, like, you know, I know you wanted to go on about WeFix, so shout out to WeFix.
Yeah, shout out to WeFix, my brother John and Ben.
Yeah, we're gonna get them on eventually.
We're gonna get 100%.
We only got one more seat, but we'll have to.
We got one here, G.
Oh no, then AJ's on one. Yeah.
So shout out to John and Ben. 2nd year anniversary of the garage. The barbecue amazing. Like everything was 10-10.
Yeah, you talk about the jerk chicken, innit?
Bro,
who made it though? Who made it?
I don't know, G. But Ben was chefing up though on the barbecue thing.
See, with me, I don't know if it's you, but like for me, if I don't know where it's coming from, I don't really touch it.
Bro,
like
it was laying. And you know that sauce they had like barbecue, like
it's
jerk chickens. Oh my days, bro. Nah.
I mean, would you judge me if I tell you that I wash my meat?
Nah.
You sure? Because there's some people who are like, bro, you sure wash your meat? Like, it spreads bacteria bad. Like,
I wash my rice, innit?
Yeah, everyone should wash it. Who doesn't wash their rice?
I know bad people. Bad people. One of them ones you get.
Who doesn't wash their rice?
Wait. Before we talk about washing chicken and rice, yeah? Again, shout out to Ben and John. They're located in Ilford, Lion Way, IG27DS. I think is the postcode if anyone ever needs work, customization.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. John has sorted me out. I'm sure he's so annoyed, but he's just sorted me out so many times. I'm like, you see what I learned with John? Yeah, is like.
Family, bro.
Yeah, but you know, like it's a good lesson for everybody, right? If you're supporting like somebody in their business, yeah, you should never really ask for like discounts. Like if they're offering you like a discount, then you know you'd be like, oh, cool. But you know, at the end of the day, you should like try and pay as much as possible. But you should never go and say, oh, what's the best price you can do for me? Like me and you, obviously, we're in the car trade, so like I know, but we're in the car trade, so like that's my first thing. That's like, what deal can you do for me, innit?
Yeah.
But like with John, like I've just learned. Like after dealing with him a couple of times, it's like I don't want to do that anymore. Like kind of just want to be like,
you're just patting it anyway,
bro. Yeah, I know he'll pattern it, but I just want to be like, yeah, I'll pay full price. It don't matter, you know. Like you sort me out bare times. Man's just squeezed me in. Like he sorted me out with bare stuff, bro.
Shout out to my
shout out to John and Ben and. Well done to them,
bro. Potts as well, bro. Shout out to Pot.
Yeah, Pot is he's a G, bro.
Top
he's a G. You know, yeah. Well, you remember one of my first 335i?
The one that you don't want to get the gaskets done.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically, so he watched the video on how to do the downpipes the night before, so he didn't even know how to do it. He just watched it on YouTube, and then he just, bruv. He's a waving mechanic, man. Like,
yeah, he's good.
Yeah, man. And he did it proper. A shame about the gaskets. Because if he had the gaskets, it would have been a proper job. But he did his thing on that.
The actual craftsmanship was 10-10. It's just BMW didn't drop the gaskets in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What a shame, man. Ridiculous, bro.
It's true, bro. Well, fucking with my car, innit? I need a new fan clutch.
Yeah.
And not only does BM want £260 plus VAT for a normal part, for like a normal 3 Series is 50 quid. It's like 6 to 8 weeks back order.
M-Tax, innit?
From Germany.
Yeah,
literally.
M-Tax.
It's cheaper for me to order Mishimoto's electrical fan conversion with a 2-step controller than it is to do a fan clutch.
Why don't you do that? Oh, you keep it OEM. Oh, you are? Oh, I thought you were gonna...
that's one.
You're usually like, oh, OEM only.
Bro, I was going to do OEM on there, but I'm thinking it's going to... The fan, the CFM or whatever the unit of
CSF.
measurement was.
No. That's a different brand. Yeah,
whatever the unit of measurement was, is like nearly double, I think, than what BMW's.
You mean, isn't it like
figures.
Circumference?
It's the volume of
yeah,
air.
yeah. Maths, quick maths.
Quick maths.
But yeah, I was supposed to go to the barbecue thing that they had the other day.
Yeah, what happened, bro? Explain yourself, because now we're probably gonna have Ben and John watching. Yeah. Explain yourself.
Yeah, no, just
what's going on?
Look, boys and girls, men and women, when you're in a relationship that you've been in for a very long time, it's not like, I don't want to seem like a bitch here, bro, but when they give you the tear treatment, bro, it just hurts, man. It just hurts.
I'm blessed because my missus was like, I said to her, look, you can come. I'd love for you to come, but I'm not gonna lie. Bare people are gonna drag me away for hours to talk to them and shit.
And you bought her out of it, basically, right?
Nah, she come through.
Oh, she came already.
Soldiered through, bruv. Had some munchies. Nah, she was sick, bruv. She even joined in a couple of car conversations.
Oh, that is sick. Because you see, what happened, is when you messaged me saying, oh, yeah, come. Because I didn't want to go, bruv. Because that street along Weefix is so long for parking. So I didn't want to come unless you told me that and then you said it was free. And literally I had all my clothes on, I was showered.
So you're going to come through because the food was free?
No, the parking, blood. I wasn't even going to touch that food. I'm not going to lie to you. It might have been banging, but I don't touch food where I don't know where it comes from.
I went to get I went to get some cake or something, bro. And I'm standing with Ben, me, Dan, and Shaka. Yeah. Yeah, Ben's standing there, bro, handing out shots.
Oh,
like, cuz I don't really drink like that. So I'm like 2 beers in.
Oh, you had some?
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, nothing crazy like Desperados.
Bro, I've never known you to drink any alcohol ever.
I don't, innit? But special occasion calls for it.
Right, then why? Then how comes for dance? That's another conversation.
But I didn't come for that.
But you should have though. Another conversation.
But so I'm standing there with Dan and Shaka, and Ben's like, yo, Shaka, come here, do a shot. And mine was like, no, I'm cool. Do a shot. Gives him a shot. And then gives Dan a shot, like nearly a fucking double. Then gives me a shot, bro. Bear in mind, I don't drink strong alcohol whatsoever. I went, and I stood there for 5 minutes. My chest burned, I was like, sick.
You start feeling your head?
No, it was calm. Okay. But I'll respect
you're Polish,
I have to.
so,
No, but you know them ones.
You drink vodka for breakfast.
Nah, that's Russians, G.
Oh, yeah, it's Russians. Close enough.
Yeah, we just do beetroots and that.
That was slightly racist, not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
All right, well, yeah, what did we... Lambo.
Yes.
Thinking of VTEC.
Our first...
VTEC.
Our first topic. I've actually just got my phone privilege back 10 minutes ago from a new manager. It's quite big news.
Should we call it LTEC?
LTEC. Yeah, bruv, I don't even know what the geezer's doing.
Obviously, I'll pop the video in. But
we'll plug the video and I'll send it to you. Long story short, this bloke's driving I don't know if it's a Hurricane or a...
it sounded V10-ish, so I think it's like Hurricane or something, yeah.
He's bouncing up the rev limiter between every change, downshifting to like first, still driving at 30 miles an hour or whatever, and still bouncing it off the rev limiter.
How much you want to bet there was a rental though?
100%.
Yeah, trust me.
But then, but then I thought from the video, he was wearing like, but again, it could have been a fake AP or something. So.
You never know.
You
never know. Yeah.
But either way, please, if you have a Lambo or any other car for that matter, especially if your name begins with an R and you had an old Civic, do not bounce it off the rev limiter.
Mad thing.
This is just
it's almost like you see with Hondas, I think this is a completely different topic, but you see with Hondas, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I know Hondas are like amazingly fast and the whole like iconic thing about them is VTEC, but just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to bounce it off the limiter. Like, literally like every 5 minutes, like a certain somebody with the word beginning R.
On that subject, if someone hands you a laptop, and says you can map your own car
from a laptop
on a driveway,
and you don't have any professional training, like literally,
do not
because
press
the thing is though, is like there's levels to it, like with MHD with like 335 eyes and stuff.
But that's different.
I know because the map's already there, and you just pop it, like you just plug it to
your phone. So it's a bit like like VCDS coding and
Yeah,
iCarly.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't mind doing VCDS,
That's calm.
but if I got iCarly, I prefer that because I press a button. It's
Literally
already got the coding
easy, but
sequence in
man
it.
had the whole laptop and he was changing the files.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, do you know what you're doing?
You know when you send that picture, do you remember what I said? I said, should I book you in with WeFix? And then what? Next day on the recovery truck.
Yeah, but they're tired of seeing that. They were tired of seeing that car. I'm not
They're
gonna
going to be tired of seeing the next one.
Yeah,
Right.
Bro, did you clock how my man posted it before he even bought the car? Like
Yeah,
he was like,
right.
you know, we asked, and he was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, and he anyway, yeah, he just posted the car in the chat.
Should we move on to the main topic or should we fly off from this one to the
I
other
think we
topic?
should move into the main topic.
All right, say no more. You
I lead
announce
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I came about this topic, but I don't think it's ever been discussed before. But I was watching, you know, like in America, they got like them crazy like.
Hold on, were you watching the first Fast and Furious where they told
Hell
the
no,
pizza
no,
boy?
no, like
Oh.
on like my YouTube is literally just full up of like automotive like car people and stuff like that. And there's this one guy I watch called his name's like Rock NYC. He's based in like New York, and he literally just films them blocking up highways and like street racing.
Like proper.
Yeah, like they'll block off highways and there'll be like a bunch of traffic and police trying to get.
America's crazy. For
Yeah,
that,
I
bro.
know. It's
Like,
New
the
York as well.
classy-
It's New York as well, and they'll block up the whole highway just for these two people to race. And the thing is like, and obviously this is a hazard because like, you know, there's emergency services trying to get through. You know, they're blocking up the highways and stuff like that. So it's like my main point was like, should you legalize street racing like within reason? Like, should you give, you know, have you ever tried booking track time like in the UK?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how it's very expensive? You might say
It
it's
is,
cheap,
yeah.
but it's very expensive.
Nah, it is expensive.
And it
For
puts,
what it is.
yeah, and it puts off a lot of people from like, because you have to get track insurance and fuel cost there and all sorts of nonsense.
Discs, tires,
Yeah,
a lot.
literally. Well, which you should be doing anyway, but
You know, but obviously doing on track.
on track
wears
is
out
different.
there.
Yeah, it's
Well,
different.
how much? Because I ain't been to a UK track in a minute. But how much is like, let's say Donington Park or?
I think it's
Bexley
like
Autodrome,
I
like?
checked one time and it was like anywhere from 170 to 220 or something
But is
like
that
that.
unlimited laps or?
Nah,
X
it's
amount of
for
time?
like a session.
So, yeah, but what's the session? Like an hour?
Yeah,
half
like
hour?
I think it's like an hour, 2 hours or something like that.
See, but that's calm, yeah. Because you see, when I went Nürburgring,
Yeah,
it's €30 a lap.
yeah,
And
but
that was like an 8.5, 9 minute lap for me.
I understand. Even that's expensive though. Like I just think it's expensive anyway.
It's
and
in general, yeah.
and like a lot of people, no matter what car they have, they don't have that sort of like either mindset
yeah.
or peace to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna chuck it for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, £220 is like someone's monthly on a car, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that, but I think if your monthly is 220 on a car, you probably ain't got a race car to go on.
Yeah. But anyway, within speaking, so like my point was, if you give people a place to street race legally and not make it super over expensive,
So
then
what you're saying is you want an open track though, like an open track.
no, but it doesn't need to be a track, bruv. Like
Like, you can't really
these people race on like they make the road into a drag strip, bruv. Like they bring out the they call it prep, but they have the whole Bunsen burner things and they like put oil over the ground to melt the tarmac and stuff.
You're
to,
gonna
like-
ruin the roads, isn't it?
Yeah, to prep it up and stuff like that. And it's like if you give people that sort of
I think
environment.
it's a bit of a pointless point because
Nah.
because
man.
how would it work like logistics and public and everything else?
Yeah, well, the thing is though is
The only way to resolve that is if the government, let's say,
Yeah.
or a group, which we might
no,
be
but that's
one
what I mean.
of,
The government should be doing like
Yeah,
that was
or-
stop. You know, okay, this is a good point, right? So you see the Nürburgring,
Yeah.
or not even the what is it called? The oh my days, Autobahn, Autobahn, right?
Yeah.
So you see how that's de-restricted.
Yes,
yeah.
but that's not
No,
street
no,
racing.
no. But
Like-
just see how it's de-restricted, right?
Well, again,
no. Let me
No,
finish.
hold on,
Let me
it's
finish.
a common
forward.
misconception.
No.
It's not always de-restricted.
I don't know.
yeah?
There's certain parts of it. These
Yeah,
de-restricted.
bears.
I know.
And the
there's
roads
certain-
are shit.
I know. There's certain parts, but what I'm saying is they have, and Jeremy Clarkson said this as well. They have less road accidents than the UK. I think it's by like 10 times or something like that.
Yeah, but you know the main reason for that is it's not because there's no limit. It's because have you driven in Europe before?
Not myself.
Okay.
No.
So driving in Europe, I
Yeah.
kid you not, the second you like, let's say jump off the Eurotunnel in France, people can drive. It's a different experience. I swear to God. People overtake, get back in the lane. There's no middle lane hogging. There's no like someone doing 50 in the fast lane. People just move out the way. Like, people genuinely can drive.
Okay.
And I think it's just the way they're actually being taught rather than here in this country. Oh, go left, go right. Oh, yeah, you're there. There you go. Here's your fucking
So if you tell me
serial driving
if
license,
you tell
bro.
me if you didn't make the A406 a de-restricted limit, like
Oh, I
de-restricted
think it'd be
speed,
even worse.
do you think?
100%.
I don't think it'd be worse.
I think it's because people in this country just can't drive.
That is
Like,
true.
bottom line,
yeah,
70% of the people that are on the road now, they should not have a license.
people can't drive. But what I meant to say is that, I mean, if you're thinking about it psychologically, if someone gets all their speed out or whatever on the autobahn, yeah, and then obviously they come to, they're so strict, by the way, in Europe. Apart from like an autobahn, like in roads and everything, like
I know, but it's
stopping
great.
people.
We got UK license. We don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I know that. But like stopping people when you have to have certain things in your car. Like I remember when I lived in Belgium, you had to have like a triangle
First aid
vest,
kit,
yeah, everything.
Alcohol tester.
Yeah,
guns.
you had to have everything, and like so because they're so strict in other areas as opposed to in the UK, bro. Like if you're just driving normally, I don't know, say your license plate, number plate light is out or one bulb is gone, bro, you're gonna get booked, and then they'll give you like an MOT retest or something like that, and then that costs tax money and all sorts of nonsense.
Germany's even worse.
Oh, I know, but what I'm
The
saying
TÜV
is,
certificate.
what I'm saying is like here it's a bit pick and choosy. Like they'll pull over people for nothing, but like in those other countries, they're like super strict, and so because they're super strict, obviously everyone gets their. Like, have you seen Auto Top NL? Them guys who just
Mike's
race.
out of the way.
Yeah. I'm
Have
sure.
you seen when the guy crashed into him doing the
Yeah.
PT? Oh.
But I'm sure they don't drive like that on the roads apart from the autobahn.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, you say that.
You never know, but I don't think they do.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is then not legalizing street racing, but fucking raising the limits on, like, say, the M-way, for example, where you can just go and have a blast, and that's it.
No, I actually really think that you should. Okay, well, even if it's not like legalizing street racing, I think it's just giving people an outlet to do it that doesn't cost an absolute fortune.
Venue.
Yeah, well.
So my idea is once we get enough subscribers and we start making good money, follow us. Is no, but hear me out. On this
Okay.
one. What we need to do is, I know of a couple of abandoned airports or a bit of land. Buy out the land, like. Do whatever you want. There'd be a drifting section, drag racing section, whatever. Pay like €10 a ticket. Do whatever you want for as long as you want. Put a couple of marshals. Like worst case, obviously make sure no one does some dumb shit like standing in the, like in the American videos where they stand in the middle of people drifting.
Yeah.
And that's it. That would be like perfect. Location not far from London. Say about half an hour, 45-minute drive, maybe like 2 an hour.
Yeah, you got to pay like sort of central where everyone can arrive. But like, I mean, a good argument against it is like going to Santa Pod. But in my opinion, like Santa Pod is
Santa Pod's very limited.
Yeah, it's different, man. Like,
it's you know me, I don't drag strip for me, don't deny it.
Yeah, it's just not this. I know they have a drift pad and everything, but it's just not the same. It's really not the same. So I think people would obviously argue with me about that, but not everyone wants to go to Santa Pod, number one. And like the road, the track at Santa Pod as well is so sticky. Like your brake and drive shafts easy, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. But like a lot of young kids won't even know what Santa Pod is. Like all these men in Golf R's and bro, all these guys in Golf R's and S3s and the young guys, the young guys.
They know they got a nice car in it.
Oh, what is it? It's got S3. No, I'm talking about like. The guys who are active, like they'll go doing the in and outs and that, and
yeah,
S3s,
like bro,
or they have A classes or something. Like yeah, or
yesterday I was coming back from my missus.
Yeah,
bro, I'm just chilling, doing my thing. Obviously, I'm doing a speed, but I'm constant. Yeah, I don't speed up, slow down, speed up. I don't weave in and out at that time of the night, and it's bare traffic. Yeah, dickhead in a 57 plate C class. Bosh like that.
Yeah.
Yaris tailgating me. I was like, big man, what are you trying to achieve?
It's because it's the M badge, that's why.
Yeah, it might be fake. Bro,
Yeah.
East London, is the land of fakes. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, real
Like,
talk.
reps,
Real
reps,
talk.
Central.
Yeah,
is
real talk.
peak.
C63 reps.
Bro.
There's bear in it. Yeah, I know.
And they go to the lengths of putting the wing things.
Yeah,
on a
everything.
lot, bro.
I know
Yeah.
the full exhaust at the back and stuff like that. And it sounds
Why
like
don't you buy
a
a C63, bro?
insurance.
Yeah, true. But you know what? It's funny you say that, yeah? Because you see our clock nowadays, dead engine whips, 420i, C180, have you clocked they always come with like near enough top spec?
Yeah.
Because all the young guys, they can afford the monthlies, get top spec, but then insurance says no on a nice car.
Yeah, obviously.
It's
That's
jokes,
that's why they
bro.
get like 320i's and map them up to like free whatever break, and then they blow up in like 6
Tesco
months.
car park,
And then they post it on they post it on their Instagram. And they're like, oh yeah, car blew up, bigger and better things. And then they, now they've ended up with a fucking S3 that's like a saloon or whatever, like RS3 or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Like some red hatchback in that.
Yeah. But what do you think though? I think he's sending shots everywhere. He's our new manager, by the way. So
Yeah, I know.
what you saying? Like, man could just cut off your audio if you wanted
If
to.
I got
bro.
my phone though, that's what it is.
What do you think though about this legalizing street racing?
I think the whole concept is a bit dumb.
Damn.
Because there is straight, because there is no...
I don't think it's dumb.
Because number one, it would be dangerous. Number two, there is no space to do it. Because, you're going to just go and block up a residential for like half an hour.
No, like you said, get an airport.
Yeah, that's calm, but that's not street racing anymore, is it? That's an actual kind of off...
Okay, remove the
street
remove the
playground.
street, then it'd be racing, wouldn't it? It'd just be racing. I mean, my point...
But then the racing is legalized. We got tracks.
No, but... Okay, well, I don't think you're quite grasping what I'm trying
No,
to
I
say.
don't think I am.
Yeah, I don't think you're quite... Like,
But basically, what you're trying to say is let us do our thing, and then the feds don't fine us as much.
well, yeah, like, because... Bro,
Let's say it's 2 a.m., you're cruising doing 80, 90, 100 in
I
Mexico.
just feel like the feds, like, as much as I appreciate them doing their job and stuff, because like their jobs are super hard, and I know they got their quotas and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, they gotta do what they gotta do. At the end of the day, it's just a job, right? I feel like they just interfere. Like the word cruising, right? After you remember that whole thing, I think it was 2-3 years ago. In Hertfordshire, they used to have a weekly meeting Thursday, and
and that guy crashed.
Yeah, they crashed.
Yeah,
and then they started using the term cruising as like illegal or unlawful, right? Cruising's not unlawful. Like if you remember, like now, if you go to I don't know, say Beckton B&Q. Well, actually, no. That they just kind of leave people alone in there. Say, like, you go to any random Tesco, like, you know, the one in Enfield or like Edmonton.
Yeah,
and then
810 ways.
Bruv, yeah, 810 ways, and you'll just park, and then feds will just come up and
Give you
undercover.
section 59.
Yeah, and they're like, "What are you doing, bruv? Like, you're just chilling there, fam." Like,
But one thing I'll say is if you're gonna get stopped, because I had this experience recently,
yeah.
get stopped by undies.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Bro,
they're better. They are. They are better.
calm. Like they were
Yeah.
just because like I didn't bomb it down. I was just genuinely 6th gear. I just accelerated a little bit more than I should have. And they were like, just try and cool it down. Like I was like, look, it's 2 a.m. There's no one around. It was like a little country lane. And they
I've
were
been
like,
stopped by an
calm.
undie once, and it was a weird experience because I feel like if it was actually a traffic
They're
officer,
brother, fuck you.
yeah, they're literally
Easy.
Bend
you over. No,
let me
bro.
talk about this because this story is pretty funny. We're a bit of a diversion, but it all links in anyway.
Yeah.
To undercover police, right? So I mean, this is COVID times, right? And me and Jordan,
I remember.
Did I tell
That's
you?
a good one,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Go on.
me and Jordan decided to go to Valley Park because if anyone who's not from the UK, Valley Park is literally like. Almost like how I'm saying legalizing street racing. That's literally
Valley Park,
that's
yeah.
almost there. Like they're
But
not.
see, okay. In that respect, I would get legalizing that. Let's say it's an industrial estate,
Yeah,
and there's nothing there. Everything's shut,
Yeah.
and you literally cannot hit anything or anyone. Yeah, I understand that. Like, let them just.
but that's kind of what I mean. Like,
Okay, now that I get.
giving them an
like,
outlet.
Now I kinda get the
you get what I'm
concept.
saying. Yeah, give them.
One thing before you
Yeah,
carry
go
on
on.
the story, yeah, I just remembered with the feds cramping on people. Like, let's say you said Tesco on the A10 and you're just chilling, cruising. Remember fucking Dan's birthday in Bluewater?
Yeah, and
Bro.
the security just came up and was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, guys, no car meets here." Like, bro, we're not having a car meet.
Yeah,
What
man, we're
you see us eating
2013
Wingstop?
1/6 diesel Focus, man. There ain't no car meet.
We're eating Wingstop, right?
Yeah,
In
bro,
the-
like literally, we were having cupcakes and it said "Happy Birthday" on
Literally.
the thing, and they're like, "No, you need to move."
Literally.
if the police come, they'll fine you. Fine me for what? For having a cupcake.
But literally, that's what I mean. Like they're just interfering. I know they want to be safe, and I know that like obviously they're only so vigilant because the young guys and they get excited, and there's like for the past 2-3 years there's been so much like crashes / deaths /
Basically,
accidents.
If you see a Fiesta on the road,
Yeah, bruv, like even like
Fiesta ST.
bruv, you remember that? I think it was in Manchester or Liverpool, that RS3 that hit that kid and he flew up into the air and died.
bro, there was one here as well, not far from
Say
us
so.
now. It was an M5. Years and years ago, they hit an old man, bro,
But-
dead on the spot.
Yeah, it's just like I understand why they wouldn't be vigilant, but if you let people just like, even if they're just having a car meet, if you let them just chill, Like nothing's gonna happen, bro. There's certain like meets. Like I don't really like going that much to Mexico meets anymore, bro. Because like not that I can anyway, because I've got Big Shirley. But
Big shout out to Big Shirley.
But like I don't like doing it that much anymore because it just seems dangerous, man. Like these guys, like if you go to Valley Park, like these guys are. They can't drive though. They can't drive, bruv, because they've been showed by their boys how to weave in and out on the A46, right? And they believe that that's actually driving, but you don't do weaving in and out in a track. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get your racing lines and and braking zones, and they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that, bro. They don't know what braking is.
They don't know, bro. The amount of times I see people fly up about, I don't know why. Yeah, like. Bro, if you could drive a Focus Fiesta or a 500, don't have a little man syndrome. I'm in it, like don't want to big myself up too much, but I'm in an M3, but I'm gonna dash you. Don't need to try it.
Yeah.
But I see people, I'm behind them, just trying to do my thing, see if I can overtake here and there, or if I can. And let's say we're coming up to a slip road, it's a bend.
Yeah.
And I see a Fiesta fly down. He realizes he's going too quick.
Yeah.
And he taps his brakes. The weight of the car goes off, and he starts fucking going like that.
Yeah.
Shits his pants for about 2 minutes, literally does 20 joining the fucking motorway. And I'm just there going across the lines like, save, see you later.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, if you're a kid and you're watching this, don't let your mates teach you that driving is weaving. If you actually want to drive, like, just go on track, learn braking of your car, the lines, the cornering. There's so much more to it than weaving in and out. What's that prove? Nothing.
I know it looks cool. Because I'm not going to lie, it's dangerous, but it does look real cool. Like, weaving in and out, like, you see on Instagram, and like all these Instagram pages called Brums Rockets and, all the Yorkshire's best cars, supercars and stuff like that. These men are like weaving in and out. And
you know, some of them man got real talent, though. You see my man that got bagged up, what's his name?
30 drivers.
30 drivers.
Yeah.
He
I know.
Putting in the spot, it was a bit dangerous here and there, but you could tell, when you watch it, he had control of the car. Like, he's not one of them ones that was weaving in and out and the car's floating. He knew what he was doing. Whatever car he jumped in, he done his thing.
It's cool to look at. It's just like...
But you see with him, I find him safer than people that drive like that.
I know, you get your like old Susans that are like 70 years old and paying like £200 a year for insurance, driving a big Volvo XC90. It's like, how does that even make sense? Like these people turn without indicating, almost like be a fucking BMW drivers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my blinker fluid ran out, bro. My blinker fluid ran out.
Oh, it's low, is it?
Yeah. Fuck all them BMW.
Are you sure?
Bro, I think I told you this before, even on the podcast, but the amount of times in the ends, I saw people driving with both the wing mirrors folded.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. It takes a level of skill. But anyway, bro, we were talking about my undercover story, my technical difficulties. Undercover story.
Bro, your voice is so clear. I
know, it's beautiful. HD, mate.
Yeah,
HD, bro.
This is our manager, AJ.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the video now. You're going to be in the video. You're not listening. Official _ Ascari on socials.
Oh, he dropped the socials. Mad.
Yeah,
okay,
always,
I'm being pulled. Oh, my God. Wow, okay. So is it... I'm here. Put here? Yeah. All right, cool.
They both recording?
Is it recording now?
Yeah. This is going to be in the video,
make sure you're recording, though, yeah.
100 in the video.
Okay, cool.
We owe him some dinner for all this, bro.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
We'll make it famous.
Undercover story. So yeah, again, we're talking about Ali Park and stuff. And so I was driving home, and me and Jordan linked up in Valley Park after just a little, call it movie night, just watching the planes go by to Mexico and shit like that,
and very romantic,
me and Jordan got the biggest bro, bro, apart from me and you, got the biggest bro relationship ever, man.
I rate Jordan highly, bro. He's a sick guy.
I love that guy.
See his snaps every day, like working on the plane.
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, he's a sick guy. Yeah, and then so afterward, this is during COVID times as well, by the way. So definitely highly probably illegal, but I got away with it, so I can talk about it. And so we're driving back, and because we both lived in West at the time, so to get from Valley Park was pretty easy. You just take at night you take a couple back roads or whatever. So we were taking this back road through this residential, and there were speed bumps, and obviously the speed bumps is 20 miles an hour. Is it 20 or 30? I can't remember. 20. It's 20, right?
Well, it depends, innit? Because my ends is 30, but then within London boroughs, a lot of them are 20.
I'm pretty sure it was 20, right? Because we're talking about Kingston always, so it's 20. And me and Jordan were just going over them, like not braking. We were doing like 50 because we were trying to get home.
What car were you in, bro?
My 3355i.
Oh, yeah.
Nah. So we didn't. Well, obviously, when on speed bumps, they were like the little,
little island.
Yeah,
things.
so you can go over them just
yeah,
without braking. So we were doing like 50, and there was this X5 behind me and Jordan, and bruv, it was following us for bare. I didn't really clock. I just thought it was like a random driver just behind me. Yeah. Bruv, they're following us for like 20 minutes straight, just going over the humps. And it was a 20, bearing in mind. It was 20 minutes. Bearing in mind, it was a 20 and we were going to like 50, right? And finally, I see blue lights come on. Woo, woo. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, I'm done. I was like, I'm so done right now. Like, I was doing 30 over the speed limit. Like, I was getting 6 points. Mad thing. And they pulled us over. And he asked me to roll my window down. He said, "What are you doing outside?" And I was like, "Oh,
should have said I'm not outside. I'm in the car."
No, I don't like to talk back to police like that, especially because I'm black.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then so at this time I worked for We Buy Any Car, right? I worked for We Buy Any Car, and I was a branch manager, so I always got the keys that were bought in the branch. I'd keep them in my car.
All the envelopes and shit.
Yeah, all the packets and stuff, V5s and keys and stuff. So I kept them in my car. And obviously I'm never working for We Buy Any Car again, so I can say this. But I held up the bag and I said, I'm just picking up the keys for We Buy Any Car. Like, I'm just dropping them to a different branch. And he said, oh, yeah, really? Yeah. And then he ran my car and everything through the database, and he saw that it was me. And he's like, you Matthew? I was like, yeah. And he saw, obviously...
Shit, his government name.
Yeah, I know. Shit, I hate hearing that name, man. Anyway, yeah, and then I've got my address registered to my mum's address, so that was, it's like Quay. It's like next to Southampton, right? Winchester sort of is. And obviously I'm in Kingston, and this is COVID times. Man's like, what are you doing in Kingston at 2 a.m? And obviously I'm just saying, yeah, I'm dropping off the keys. Like, I work at We Buy Any Car at Hayes. Like, I'm just dropping off the keys or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, well, make sure you drop them keys off and get home straight away, right? And by this time, Jordan's like left me, fam. Jordan's gone, bruv. And I've called Jordan. I said, bro, hide. Man's like, what, hide? I'm like, hide, bro. So he turns into this like side road, and he turns his car off. But they see, they go up to him and they say, well, you just driving now? And Jordan's like, no, I'm on the phone, bearing in mind. I can hear everything. He's like, no. And then Jordan hangs up. And then I get a call from Jordan saying, later, he's like, oh, basically, bro, I folded. I told him. I told him that we went to go link up to have McDonald's at Valley Park. I was like, bro, you fucking snake. Like, I just made myself look like a right dickhead. And then, luckily, luckily, because they're undies, like you were saying, they were just like, these lot of jokers, bro. So they just left us, and yeah, we were calm.
Bro, but you know what? Undies can't do that much anyway. They can, but they're not gonna bother. They got
they definitely are about like better things, bro. They got man to pull over who are like, next rated drug dealers and like the wanted guys. Not me. That's not me, bruv. I'm just
with Undies once as well.
How can you have an argument with an argument? Like, bruv, I don't think you can ever have an argument with a police officer. They'll just
normally
they'll just book you, bruv.
Bruv, normally I'm really nice. Yeah. I'll never mess around because obviously they're doing the job in it. Like, it is what it is. Like, if you're doing 31 and a 30, they pull you over. Is what it is. You've done a bit wrong, innit? But I'm not gonna mention what I said before. I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
Oh yeah, can't be done.
Bit of a mad thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll never forget this, bro. I'm sitting in my car. That was in my bath. Yeah. The window's halfway rolled. I'm literally a road away from yard. Yeah. And I'm listening to Lil Nas X Whole Town Road, singing at the top of my lungs. Yeah, loving life, bro. Okay. Vibes in, yeah. And then basically I was sitting in traffic on the main road, and there was another little slip thing like that to go into residential, yeah? Yeah. So I had this faint voice next to me saying, oi, I can take you to court for that. And I was like, what? So I looked to my right, yeah, that 2 Series I may or may not have bullied out my way and flashed him. Low. And because he cut me up, innit? Like, you're in the wrong... Like,
some of them really can't drive, by the way. But
yeah,
100.
Continue, yeah. He's like, the lady officer sitting next to him, and he's bare shouting at me. He's like, I'm going to take you to fucking court. He's like, bare swearing at me. I looked at him, I was like, relax, don't shout at me. He's like, no, you could kill someone when you drive like that. I said, no, I won't. Right, number one. Number two, where's your camera? Where's your evidence? Because there's nothing on the car. Like, I looked at the car, nothing. Before I say something dumb like that, I'll make sure. I was like, where's your camera? Where's your evidence? Is your word against mine? What are you going to do about it? He looked at me a bit dumbfolded for about, I don't know, 3 seconds. I was all right, I'll see you later. Just drove off, and I had no cut back. There's a rev the shit out of my car in his face. Bro.
Bruv, you see the worst thing that police officers could do, which I'm pretty sure they get trained to do, but I don't know why they think it's something that you should do, is threaten people.
Yeah, don't
like,
swear at me.
You know, like, obviously there's some people who are weak, like they got that I'm going to get bullied mindset, but someone like me, like, I just laugh. Like, I'm so terrible. Like,
It's a funny one, isn't it?
bro, if they're threatening me, I just... I start bursting out laughing because I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like,
I can imagine you going for ends at night, someone trying to shank man's like, give me your money, and just a bastard.
oh no, I do some next Andrew Tate shit on that, bro.
Oh, is
yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think there's some next shit, but yeah, no, I think it's the worst thing. Like, and especially that's why I'm talking about like legalizing street racing, because a lot of them just end up threatening people, and it really doesn't do anything. Like, you know, I remember there was one thing at Valley Park when there's a bunch of these young guys, they were racing, and I think there was a big operation. I forgot what the operation they called it, but it was like some operation something.
All these warrants,
Bro,
and
they were bare, and they impounded like 10, 15 cars, right?
Yeah.
Bruv, these man went to the impound, paid like a fee of like $2, which, okay, fair enough, you know, for some people that maybe, but $2 for like a night of just doing bare illegal shit, right? The next day, the man went to Valley. The man went to Valley and did the same thing after operation, whatever it was called, whatever. So, and
don't work, bro.
yeah, threatening just don't work, man. Like,
No,
you know, there's certain people that might get scared, but I just
Don't
that's
give a fuck.
what I'm saying. You give people an outlet to do it, and at the end of the day, it'll help everyone's time, man.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, as soon as someone gets out of their system, and obviously these men are laughing now because of the petrol prices. People ain't really going out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, it's true.
it's coming down, though. Coming down. Petrol prices
Yeah,
coming down. Yeah,
bro, I feel that now premium at 199 at 183.
yeah, coming down.
Better than
nicely.
fucking £2.2 I paid
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week.
When it comes down to like 170, that's when I might get my new whip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, what?
Yeah.
It best be a BM though.
Yeah, obviously. I'm
Oh, my
BMW
God, my
to
God.
the win, bro.
See,
Like,
if you ever need to go into a BMW rehabilitation school,
no, I just can't get anything else other than BMW, bro. Like, there's so many like groups and like they're just the best ultimate driving experience, bro. Like,
it is, yeah.
you can't-
Well, obviously not talking about Porsches and shit, but just
well, I would have said that. I would have said it depends how my job goes. I mean, like all this podcast, you know.
Oh, bro,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
man,
you know what I'm saying? But like,
these keys are gonna be different. If you follow.
because I'm not gonna lie, that Porsche Turbo S is getting copped as soon as I can. I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I can
Me,
afford
bro,
it.
a GT3 RS. I'm not gonna.
I would,
lie.
but it's just ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Especially, I know you're not all about speed, but I mean, Turbo S does everything. You get me?
It does. It's a nicer car to drive around in on a
But
daily.
that beats everything.
But you know that, like, if I get a GT3 RS, it's gonna be a bit like my M3. Like, I'm not gonna everyday drive and rip it around. Although I do that now because I ain't had the car for so long.
Yeah.
But you know, it's gonna be like track day once a month. Calm, I'm there. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick. And then you know when you're spending 20 G's on brakes, you don't want to be.
Oh yeah, because there's ceramic brakes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Nah,
yeah,
I'll let you
totally.
introduce the next topic.
Okay. Well, we've got a couple, but we'll talk about idling, right? Like idling laws.
idling laws.
That's been around for a while, though. I'm not
It's
gonna
been
lie.
around for a
yeah,
minute.
it's been. But
why.
I don't know. I can give a quick rundown. Basically, it's like they have a thing now because of the environment and some of the emissions and greenhouse gases, and basically, you know how all them global warming people love to get onto people about everything. It's the same group as vegans, I call them.
Have you ever met a vegan that doesn't say he's a vegan?
No, what?
Like, you know what?
What
When you
question is that?
Like, you know when you meet a vegan, within the first 5
Oh, he
minutes
says
of you
I'm
meeting
vegan.
them, they're
It's
vegan.
because it's a lifestyle.
By the
That's-
way, did you know I'm a vegan?
yeah, it's because it's a lifestyle. That's why.
Oh.
Like they're the same people that they'll literally just live on it, but they want electric cars, but electric cars do more damage than the actual
they
environment.
don't-
Yeah,
it's like, okay, another story.
yeah. It's like Tesla; they have vegan leather in there, but it's just so contradictory.
You know what? I had a customer once when I was working for Nissan. Yeah, I'll never forget him. Like one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Yeah. He was buying an electric van, ENV200. Nissan back then was like the only one that done it. It was like a little van in it. And he had a business that did organic coffee and cheese or something like that. And bro, he goes, like, it had a leather steering wheel. And I shit you not, I spent 2 weeks speaking to Nissan directly in Japan,
Yeah.
getting a confirmation that it's not real leather because he wouldn't buy it otherwise.
So it's like leatherette or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then my man comes in wearing a leather belt.
Yeah, we'll leave it on that. Leave it on that. Anyway, we'll leave it on that. But yeah, anyway, emissions, greenhouse gases, global warming. And there's apparently people that go around like your bloody Karens that will report you and fine you for leaving your car idling. Which is very detrimental to people like me and you where, bruv, I don't care what's happening. I'm not starting my car and then just driving off. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. There's some people like if your car's like bare new, then obviously they've incorporated that so that you can just drive off. But even
basically, if you've got a warranty, you don't care about it.
Yeah, but even my dad doesn't do that with his M4s, and he's got a X5 M50i, and he doesn't do, which is a twin turbo V, same engine as the M5, the new one, and he don't do that, bro. Man will let it don't care what time in the morning, he'll let it idle for like a minute, 2 minutes, or whatever.
Yeah, at least.
You know
I'll
what
let
I'm saying?
the suction come off. I'll give it another 5 minutes at most, depending how cold it is.
Literally,
and then I'll move off. I'll do my
but
thing.
it's just like people are so nitpicky. Like we're in such a sensitive era. You know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so sensitive, and it's so sad for like.
How does Family Guy get away with it? That's what I want to know.
Bro, I was thinking this. I was actually thinking this the other day. I was like, how do they get away with some of this stuff? Because maybe because people are used to be a Family Guy.
Yeah, but this generation is a bunch of pussies, bro.
I know, and they're so nitpicky about everything. Like,
oh, mom, dad, come and save me. Fuck off.
yeah, yeah, but they're just so picky about. You know, and the worst thing, for our podcast and stuff is it just makes it so much harder because, nothing lasts forever. But say we are doing this in 10 years, what are we gonna be fucking talking about? Bloody Teslas, the next Tesla 8 or some shit like that, which is
cars,
which is it's got 1,000 horsepower, but not really horsepower because it's electric. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is like? It'll be
Oh mate, did you know they updated the drift mode?
Oh, bro, who cares? Oh, bloody, who cares, man? Like, that's the sad thing, and like, there's This also leads on to like our last topic, but there was this channel. Have you ever seen the guy called Tavarish on YouTube? Yeah. Freddie, right? So he does this thing called Car Trek, which is basically a Top Gear ripoff with him, Vin Wiki, and
bro, Vin Wiki. Oh
yeah,
my God.
no,
that guy's a legend, bro.
I know. And
did you hear about how he found a stolen Lambo?
I've seen everything. I've seen all of his stories and everything.
Sick guy.
And I think it's Who's Garage. It's 3 of them that are basically like Top Gear ripoff for America. And they recently released
though,
They're
quite good though.
Yeah, they are pretty good. And they released like a new episode of their thing. It's called Car Trek, which is a ripoff of Star Trek or whatever. Anyway, and they basically said, what's the worst gas guzzler cars you can buy compared to a Tesla? So they had like a Tesla, and they each had to find like the worst fuel consumption cars, and Vinwiki, Ed or whatever, bought a Bentley Continental GT super speed. Tavarish / Freddy bought a Corvette C6, which was like tuned up to 650 horsepower. Wow. And Hoovy / Tyler bought a Dodge Viper, with like like a 7 or 8 liter V10 or whatever, or V12 or whatever. And it's just like, bruv, the reason they're doing that is because they can just see the downfall. Like they just know they got to keep that stuff relevant because it's just sad to see where it's going, man. It's so sad. And the thing is it doesn't help with the price of like petrol and stuff going up, because it's going up everywhere around the world. It's not just the UK. Like, but
you know what's mad with the fuel prices? I don't want to get my dates wrong in it, but like 10 years ago or something, like 10, 15 years ago, a barrel of oil of fuel was about 116, 120 pound. Now it's about 90, 95 pound.
That's just gone down.
Yes, the actual barrel of oil of fuel has gone cheaper. But what the government's done now, because they're dickheads, is they introduced bare different taxes. So let's say you're paying £1.80 for fuel, like 25% of that is tax A, then tax B is another 17%. Yeah. So majority of the fuel cost is made up in the government tax, and they're saying, "Oh no, we're trying to help you." Lower the tax, innit? Yeah. I seen a breakdown of that on Facebook, believe it or not. I rarely go on Facebook, but I saw a breakdown on Facebook. I was like, how is it literally like the Urban Dictionary of our generation? Literally. People in it.
Yeah. But like, I mean, we can just skip on to that bit then. Like, I'll show you the video later. But like, there was I still laugh about it. We just talked about it a minute ago. There's a guy, he's a bald-headed he's just I just don't agree with what he did anyway, because it's just there's no point. It's anyway, and he's gone to a Shell petrol station, And you know, in Shell, not to be like stereotyping or racist or anything, but a lot of them are Asian, like derived. Like a lot of the people in there, like, you know, they don't know they just take payment and then that's it. They don't know nothing about fuel prices, none of that. Yeah. They're just doing their job. There's basically, you know, Bossman corner shop, but in a petrol station.
Oh, we got a sick one next to it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bossman always sorts me out. He's like, oh, John, this guy, yeah.
That's what I was saying, bro. These men don't know nothing about what's going on in the news. If they read it, then yeah, but they ain't got no dictation over the fuel prices or whatever. So my man's gone and he's paid for his fuel, whatever, his diesel, petrol, and he's filled up. And I think he put in like 20 quid, and he's gone into the shop and just chucked like change for £14. And he said, "I refused. What did he say? I'm enforcing my right to not pay the government taxes."
Bullshit.
Yeah, and then he's like, "I saw a breakdown of your profits over the 2021 or after COVID or something, and I don't agree with it. And I'm invoking my right to not pay the government tax." And it's like he did all that just for £250 fine 2 days later from the police, bro. It's that gets directly from the police, bro, because that's a criminal offense. Yeah, because you're stealing. Technically, you're not paying. Literally, you're stealing. So it's like,
so you paid £264 for a £20 worth of tax.
Literally, bro. Like you could. There's one thing to not agree, have your own personal opinion, but actually just do that and, you know, like disrespect boss man, you know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
his job, man. Like,
bro, you don't know what's going on. He did.
And you know it comes out the money, bro.
I know, I know. Because the people that actually own the petrol station, like, I think it's like a franchise, innit? So they'll get
I think so.
Everything gets paid for them, but like all the little bits in the store and stuff. They got a pattern. They got a pattern. They got order and stuff like that. So it's just not fair. Like, I get the fuel prices are high and stuff. It's the same thing with, like, have you seen in the news? I don't know if you watch the news, but they're talking about there's this campaign to not pay your energy bills. Yeah, it's like a new thing. Like, people gathering together to not.
And you know what's gonna be mad? They're not gonna pay the bills. Electricity gets cut, and they'll be surprised. What happened?
Well, this is the thing. You know, it's a human right. You're not allowed to cut electricity, right?
Is it?
It's a human right. You're not allowed to cut electricity.
I know that still.
Yeah, there's this rumor. Like, I know this is old rumor that, oh yeah, if you don't pay your bill, they're gonna cut your electricity. Human right, they can't cut your electricity.
So you're telling me all these years?
No, literally.
But then imagine you get a CCJ and you're trying to get a car on finance or a
you will get a CC. Like, they will chase you, bro. But they can't cut it off, basically, right?
Yeah, but then you're gonna get fucked another way, bro. You're gonna get
but the basis says they can't. So what this campaign is doing is they're banding together because they think that the government's gonna respond. And you know, Martin Lewis, that money saving expert guy, he's saying that it's a threat to the government because it will upset the economy, number one.
Already going into recession as it.
Yeah, literally. But on top of that as well, like, he's saying it's a massive deal because obviously that's showing a lot that the government are fucking up. Like, they need to get their shit together, bro. Like, so, and it's not even like these guys are saying they're not gonna pay. They're just gonna pay what they want to pay. So, like, if their bill's £80, they're gonna want to pay £40 because that's what they can afford.
You say that, but we got customers that like cars out for 33 grand. I'll give you 30.
But that also relates to this guy who just walked into a Shell petrol station and paid £14. It's like, I get it, but come on, man. People gotta get paid. Like, taxes for everybody. Like, unless you're, you know, you're.
Bro, do you not think we got bills?
Yeah, everyone's got bills, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ridiculous. I get it. I get fuel prices going up and they're coming down now anyway.
It's dropped, bro. Last week I paid £2 and 2p.
Yeah. Yeah, well, even
diesel
diesel's coming down for Big Shirley, you know, like it was, Big
Shirley.
It was like
a picture of it.
Yeah,
bro.
It was £2 a litre. Should I actually?
You should, bro. I just clocked today. You got
a tow bar. Yeah, I know. It came with it. Yeah.
Oh, it's sick, bro.
Yeah,
I keep it, man, for the race cars, bro.
I actually thought about it. Just keeping it forever, but I don't know.
Bro, I'll find the drive. Just dump it on the one we need
it's on like 230k miles.
That's low mileage for one of them, boss.
Just broken in.
Yes, boss. That'll get you to
just broken in.
Wherever and back.
Have you seen that guy on YouTube that drifts the CRVs?
No.
Oh, there's on Instagram as well. He literally just does like donuts in CRVs. He'll go like full speed, like, you know, the Arab drifting.
Where he was doing like a J-turn and
shit. J-turns. You know, the Arab drifting, man will do that as well. I might learn to do that, you know.
What, in Big Shirley?
Yeah.
Or put some McDonald's trays on.
My only thing is it might flip over and, you know, that won't be good with it.
That'd be safe. It's a big car. It'd be alright.
Yeah, but I would have no car at the end of it. So, you know,
Nah, you're gonna keep Big Shirley as a side piece, innit?
Yeah, but not if I flip it over. That thing's done. I'm scrapping that.
It is what it is, isn't it? Like,
yeah. And then we got the other topic to talk about, which is
we got time, Mr. Manager.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long we got?
Anyway, we reached the end. We've reached the end of
I
the,
think we're
the
gonna
podcast. I think.
close this one up still.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, it's been good. I hope you guys like the new.
The new setup, I think,
Yeah.
is sick. I'm not gonna
10,
lie.
10.
I keep on looking at that camera, but that camera's dead.
Yeah, trust. I know. Shh.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
Yeah, no, I love the new setup, man. This is
Yeah,
sick.
man.
And,
Play around with the lights, innit? So shout out our capabilities now, big man.
I'll
Dim
do
the
it.
lights.
I'm not gonna do it now. No.
Oh, just dim a little bit. Man.
Professional, Jacob. Professional.
Yeah.
No, professional.
To an extent.
But yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Hopefully we'll be having a guest soon. I'm not gonna reveal who we're next on, but
Maybe a couple of guests.
couple of guests
At the same
and
time.
couple of spicy ones and a couple
Yeah, spicy.
spicy like Nando's hot.
Yeah.
Nando's black sauce. You know the black
Yeah,
one?
that
Yeah.
All over their eyes. All over their eyes.
Yeah. But yeah, and if you guys comment on the video, then we will shout you out.
And if you actually want to be on the podcast as well, just drop us a DM.
Obviously
on Insta.
UK based because it has to be,
it's
unless you
gotta
want
be
to fly in. I'm not going to pay for your ticket, but
Trust
yeah,
me,
you want to
then
fly in.
Once we get to like,
If your
let's
name is
say-
Andrew Tate, then maybe, but
bro, if your name's Andrew Tate, Tristan
Yeah,
Tate,
then maybe.
we're
Yeah.
jumping in my whip,
Yeah.
we're driving to Romania.
Yeah.
He's gonna get us protection,
Literally,
the food,
bro.
everything.
The thing is, I told you this on WhatsApp. Yeah, we'll go on again, but I told you on WhatsApp. He actually knows so much shit about cars.
He
It's,
does,
it's
yeah,
actually
so.
crazy. Like, bro, I didn't think he knew that much, but he. Have you seen the thing about?
does, yeah.
Have you seen the thing about? He said the BMWs. He's like BMW M4 drivers.
yes,
they drive like
when he was in
dickheads.
the Lambo.
Yeah, they drive
on
like
Ferrari.
dickheads because when they're like girls around, they just think that that's their dad's car.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not as
yeah,
prestigious as like a Lambo or something.
Yeah,
So then they're
yeah.
like, well, that's why they all drive like dickheads.
Well, he's got a matte black wrapped M5 comp in it.
Yeah,
running
he's
that 700 brake or
sick.
800 brake, right? Like, he's a cert.
Anyway, Andrew Tate, if you watch this, which you probably won't, I will get you on this. I will pay for you. I will give all my life
'cause
savings.
He's gonna make you pay for his private jet fuel, bro.
Anyway,
But Tristan, if you're watching this, give us some tips on suits because 10-10 style.
I don't even know about that.
Savile Row and that, bro.
Damn. Okay.
Go.
Well, yeah, we'll catch you
Anyway.
guys on the next episode. This is Matty signing off.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah.
And, drive safe.
Drive safe. On to the next one. See you. I love this setup. This is
Bro,
amazing.
Your voice is actually
I actually
seducing
love
me.
it.